Hi there and welcome to hoohaa Sports Today. On the show, we delve into some off-the-pitch servings that could affect the on-pitch outcome, such as after the uncertainty with Rafael van der Vaart, another Spurs midfielder reveals his intention of leaving, and some training ground antics from Manchester City. First, an update on the impending strike by the Spanish football clubs over a television rights issue. The call for a walkout in this coming weekend's La Liga fixtures, called by most of the first and second division clubs in protest over a rule that states one match per week must be shown on free on television, has been striked out in a Madrid court when it upheld a challenge against the ban by 6 clubs. Spain's league professionals, the LFP, announced its intention to strike in February as it sought to get the 1997 broadcasting law revoked, saying in a statement that removing the obligation to show one match on free-to-air television would allow them to negotiate more lucrative deals with pay TV channels, quote unquote. Now that prompted 6 rebel clubs, namely Sevilla, Villarreal, Athletic Bilbao, Real Sociedad, Espanyol and Real Zaragoza, to break ranks and mount a legal challenge. They argued the strike would be disproportionate and inopportune against the interests of clubs, the competition and supporters, and what's more, against the law. The strike would have meant that the Spanish season would have been extended by 3 weeks. I would have loved more football, but this court ruling means that all the first and second division clubs will be in action this weekend, like Real Madrid, who face a Sporting Gijon just 3 days before they meet Tottenham in the first leg Champions League quarter-final ties. Spurs, meanwhile, have Wigan this weekend, and the ripples of who's coming in and going out begins to intensify. After Rafael van der Vaart's mixed signals over his future with the club yesterday, now Croatian Nico Kranjčar was a little more direct with his intentions of an off-season move. Nico, who is a fan favourite, wants to move away from the Premier League if he does not play more regularly but before the end of the season. He said this when he spoke after Croatia's scoreless draw with France. When asked about the possibility of playing in another league, Kranjčar said, "I would, yeah, to learn another language as well, but that it depends who wants me, if anyone wants me." Poor Kranjčar has started only 2 league games for Spurs this season with 7 substitute appearances. Despite that, he has scored 2 winning goals. So I can understand his frustration. And he further talks about his playing his best football the next few years, as he will be turning 27 in August, and also how he's more matured with his football now, but respects the manager's decision and how he must be patient. I feel for him. And you know, this fella has a good head over his shoulders, as he also realized, as he said, back at Spurs, the team is amazing. The amount of talent we got is ridiculous. You understand when you're not picked in front of Gareth Bale. I mean, he's gone and had an unbelievable season. He'll be anyone's game if he joins them. And if Spurs do make it to another round of Champions League action next season, and with suitors for Bale, Modric and even Van der Vaart, who will Spurs keep and who will they load off? Now let's move on to some news out of Manchester City. Mario Balotelli is in hot soup again, and if you think it's another one of his tantrums, no. Maybe it's an on-the-pitch incident. Well, City didn't play and he was suspended by the Italian squad for that horrendous tackle in the Europa League. Maybe he started another dressing room brawl. Well, sort of. According to a report by the British daily The Independent, this fella allegedly to have thrown at least 1 dart at members of City's youth squad at the club's Carrington Training Centre, but his intended targets are reported to have escaped unhurt. What's up with this guy? Club officials have issued a statement saying that they have yet to understand why he did what he did, but will give Mario the chance to explain. They also added that manager Roberto Mancini will also need to be brought up to speed with the incident, as he has been away from the club. He will seek an explanation from the 20-year-old striker before discussing the incident with senior executives at the club, quote unquote. Hopefully we'll have some light into the incident before the weekend as City take on Sunderland on Sunday, and I'm sure Roberto Mancini will be asked about it. But let's cheer all the City fans up by ending with a video of an exemplary player both on and off the pitch, Carlos Tevez, who is giving one of his wrestling skills to trying out on kitman Les Chappie. Then he shows off some skills along with David Silva. Guess they are just doing their part in keeping the team together. Hopefully they don't have to be using the darts in their pants. Enjoy the clip courtesy of mcfc.tv. Until tomorrow, we'll bring you more football fixtures for the weekend. In the meantime, I'm Patrick for hoohaa Sports saying it's bye for now.
Ah! Yes! Second then. I think it's a pretty close thing at the minute. Yes! Come to this skills school.